Hello, homies. I'm just super quickly letting you know about the Master Practitioner course with Hilery Dorrian through the Center for Homeopathic Education. We have only just recorded this episode. I'm quickly recording an intro just to let you know that you can find the link in the show notes to sign up, or go to chehomeopathy.com/LP/master/program/homeopaths. So that's program with PROGRAMME. This is going to be absolutely incredible. I was lucky enough to be in the Master Practitioner program with Hilery 3 years ago. She is doing it again. Don't miss out. This is going to be amazing. See you there. Hello, homies. Today we're just jumping straight in because we have got an extra bonus episode for you because something incredibly exciting has happened, and I just had to get two of my favorite homeopaths on the planet on to tell you all about it. And we are uploading this episode the minute after we've recorded it. So Marcus, no swearing because I won't have time for editing, okay?
That's more Hilery swearing, never mind me.
That's more my style.
Welcome, Hilery Dorrian, and welcome, Marcus Fernandez. You need no introduction.
Thank you.
I just want to say I am so excited because Hilery Dorrian, the one and only much loved homeopath with 45 years experience, even though she only looks 45 herself, is doing a master practitioner course. Now, the reason I'm so excited is I got to do her master practitioner course 3 years ago through CHE, Center for Homeopathic Education. And it was mind blowing. It was 10 months of learning from the legend, the living legend herself. And I am so glad that due to public harassment from around the world, that you have agreed to come along and do it again. Now, you could be sailing around the Greek islands as you have been doing, but you have agreed, or should I say bowed under the pressure, to come on and do the Master Practitioner course again, because it takes a lot out of you. It's like a 10-month commitment. Tell us why you were crazy enough to say yes to doing this again.
Well, I have to say my husband is less happy about it than I am because it surprised him slightly. But well, do you know, I love teaching and I loved that course, and we had such a great group. And yeah, I actually enjoyed it. And particularly the Chinese medicine, I feel, do you know, when I teach that, it's probably the favorite thing that I teach. People don't realize how much they're going to love it and how much
Mm.
they're going to get out of it, because it's such useful information for homeopaths. And then through that, we look at organ support, which again is another really, really important thing. So I guess those things in particular are things I love teaching. And I did really enjoy doing the Master Practitioner program. So I never actually thought we'd be here again doing it. But I have to say, I'm kind of glad that we are, because I think the information in it is so valuable. And I also, which was a surprise to me, really liked doing the clinical part.
Mm.
Because I spent my life taking cases, analyzing cases, and I thought, but I'll do it. But actually, I found I really enjoyed that, taking a case with other people listening and then analyzing what was said, and, kind of trying to get into the center of it and work out the remedies in a group it was the first time I'd done that. And I also really enjoyed that. And I think other people really enjoyed it too. So yeah, in short, I enjoyed doing it, and I kind of thought, yeah, I'll do it again.
Amazing. I will only share like one of the many things that I learned from that. The TCM part really helps us as homeopaths to see a case from a completely different perspective. And I had this really funny thing happen where people who had the jab stayed the night, and the next morning I woke up with a cold sore, and I have zero history of cold sores, and nobody in my family has cold sores, and not my mum, my dad, nobody. But through your course I learned that the mouth is connected to the spleen in Chinese medicine, which made so much sense then to me, because the spleen obviously recycles old blood cells and cleans up the blood. And then I realized my spleen was clearly trying to clear out these spikes,
In over
which is
time.
why it's come out on my lips. And so this is the type of stuff, or like the liver, people waking certain times, like how Chinese medicine is connected to homeopathy is just incredible, and how we can use it as practitioners blows my mind. So if you think you have no interest in TCM, you need to give this master practitioner course a try, because it will give you so many more tools in the toolbox.
No, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I think, it's important also that, of each of those modules, um, probably the first hour is directly TCM, and the second 2 hours are actually looking at the organ that's we've discussed and looking at remedies that are specifically helpful for those organs if those organs are in distress. The first hour is trying to find a different way into understanding which organs are calling out in distress, and then finding really useful, sometimes smaller remedies and expanding on them to help people understand how to help those organs when they actually perceive, that's a cry from the heart, or I know what that is. That's a cry from the liver. How can I address this? So I think it's just really, really helpful in so many ways, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's interesting about the spleen, because the herpes are actually always splenic energy. There's a dampness to them. They're wet. So yeah, it's interesting.
Interesting. And there's actually so much. So you've got 10 months of Hillary in your back pocket, which is, I mean, it's really, really priceless. So you've got all of the lectures, there is the live clinics, there are live tutorials. So you can go and ask Hillary questions. And there's a private members group. Now, I have to say that was one of the things I loved the most. I mean, I loved all of it, but to actually have access to you, Hillary, to post questions about my stuck cases, I mean, that is priceless.
Yeah, that was an
Absolutely.
interesting, because I think all the people there, being able to have that between all the attendees was quite a nice thing. It
Oh,
gave us somewhere to could go and chat outside of the lectures or answer questions or anything they didn't quite catch. And obviously, I'm not available 24/7, but I did my absolute best to be on there answering questions and helping out. And yeah, again, I quite enjoyed that too. It did give a sense of sort of community, I thought.
it did. And you can answer them from anywhere on any Greek island or any boat,
Yeah.
which is even better. Oh, Marcus, do you want to give us some more like details on like when this
Yeah.
is starting and just all the bits? I feel like I'm like kind of like jumping the gun. I'm just when I got the email, because I'm a CHE Pro member and have been since August 2019, one of the OGs, I just want to say. When I saw that email come through and you have a special offer for the CHE Pro members as well, I was like, you guys have to come on and please tell our audience because this is such an incredible opportunity that's helped me so much. And so for you to do this again, I think is just a golden opportunity. So give us all the details.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity, and like I said, it was so great when we did it. Got back in 2022, the first time we did it, and I sort of I was on Hillary's case to let's do it again because of people's crying out for it. And as you know, with CHE, we're very much about sort of the practicality that you can learn stuff on the webinar and then implement it on your practice the next day. And that's what I've always loved with Hillary. With Hillary, what you see is what you get, and she is a great practitioner. So I'm not trying to blow smoke there, Hillary, but you really are. And it's because there's a lot of theory in homeopathy, but it's actually about applying it to your patients and your clients. That's what I've always loved, and that's what I loved about Robin Murphy and great teachers, because to actually doing it. Hillary's not she's done it. She's been there. She's been in the trenches. She's done it. She's been a a workhorse of a homeopath, and you can only learn so much from that and being and that's why we call it the mentorship, because it is a mentorship. What a great opportunity to be with Hillary for 10 months, as you mentioned, not only on the modules, the recorded lectures that she's got, but also in these live clinics, seeing Hillary taking cases, seeing Hillary do follow-up, seeing Hillary how she analyzes a case. And I think I remember the feedback last time, people go, my God, it's so simple, the way that Hillary approaches it. And that gives you confidence in practice, because sometimes you can go into analysis paralysis, can't we, with cases? And
But
sometimes you just need to be able to cut through and go, as Robin would say, where's the party at? Um,
yeah,
and which is so true. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, and with the Q&A sessions again, where you can ask questions about what you've been learning, and those modules, as Hillary said, the liver, the spleen, the heart, and how it. I mean, we're so lucky because Hillary is also, which people may not realize, is also a qualified acupuncturist before she was a homeopath. So she can truly, really integrate these two amazing sisters of medicine. And I think as a practitioner, what it does, it gives you another option about how to approach a case. and that is so, so important. I remember this once where I had a case of a little girl that kept getting terrible ear infections all the time. And I kept giving the remedies, pulse silica. And then she happened to have a urinary tract infection like cystitis. And when I treated that, the ear cleared up. And I remember that really puzzled me. I knew nothing about Chinese medicine. But then when I looked into it, I saw the connection between the ear and the kidney. I mean, look at the shape of the ear, the kidney and the kidney meridian. So this is why it's so valuable to have this other perspective with the Chinese medicine. And when you look at it, like Hilery said, she goes through the Chinese medicine sort of aspect first, and then goes on to the homeopathic remedies that are associated with that, and always brings in cases, which I think is so important when you're learning sort of subject areas.
And it's not just
And then
TCM, like she does. There's the other modules as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
so which Hilery can talk about. Yeah.
Aside from the TCM modules, which I have to say, we're not teaching you to be a Chinese practitioner. It is totally about homeopathy and how to help your homeopathic practice. And then aside from those, we do a module on the elderly, we do a module on teenagers, we have a module on OCD. We have one about my favorite combination remedies. We have one on smaller remedies. So we've got a lot of other modules there for you as well, which are packed full of really good remedies and clinical tips. And yeah, I think everyone really enjoyed, even the ones that maybe people thought, maybe that one I won't enjoy so much. I think they found they got a lot out of all of them. At least I hope that's the case.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the feedback was always great, and I think because you use examples as well from your experience in practice, and that's what brings it alive, and how useful some of these remedies are, especially those smaller remedies that we don't often hear about. Which again it can be so useful, and the feedback last time was was amazing.
Small remedies that aren't really small remedies,
Yeah.
some of these remedies that we think are small remedies are actually much, much bigger. And even in the TCM section, we do chelidonium. And I was talking to a student about chelidonium recently, and when I said a few things, they went, I had no idea, about chelidonium being like opium, being one of with the poppy family, and shock and trauma. And she said, I had no idea. So a lot of these smaller remedies are only smaller remedies because we don't learn enough about them.
Yeah.
And actually they can have quite an impact in our practice.
Absolutely. And I have to say, when you mentioned about the exclusive private group that you'll have with Hilery, where you can sort of, put messages in there and Hilery will go in there and answer them. Again, is invaluable because you've got her expertise, and you were so giving last time, Hilery. You were really in there and active within that, which was amazing, really amazing. So, yeah,
also worth mentioning that we have that up until Christmas. Although the lectures finish in the August, you have access to that and me through that until Christmas.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Amazing. And Marcus, tell us a little bit more about when can people sign up and where can they sign up, and tell us about the CHE Pro thing as well, because that's...
Yeah, sure. So we start the first live set. Well, you can get the early bird discount, which we've got. So we got early bird discount. Remember, this is for qualified homeopaths.
Yeah.
This course is for homeopaths that are out there that are qualified. So we got a special offer for CHE Pro members who are members of CHE Pro, and Eugene, you can put the links in below. You'll get a special early bird discount price for being a member. We've also got an early bird discount price for homeopaths, and also for the alumni, for the people that did the course last time, they can come on and attend the live sessions. But the deadline for this is midnight, which is midnight the 7th of November. Okay.
Oh my word. Okay.
So you got like 30 hours before the early bird finishes.
Okay.
Because we start the first live session on the 20th of November.
Okay.
And it runs from November all the way until August, the end of August. And again, as we've talked about, you get one module released every month of the recorded lectures. You've got the Q&A every month with Hilery. And then you've also got the live clinics where we've got live patients, watching Hilery take cases and analyze cases as a group. So there's plenty in there. And if you can't make any of the live session, all the dates are on the landing page. If you can't make any of the live sessions, they are recorded and it will go onto your area, your learning platform area. So you're never going to miss anything. Well, obviously, we'd say you've come to the live sessions because they're so great. They're so great.
And how long do you have access to the platform?
So you have access. You have basically access, lifetime access. So you can watch those lectures at your own pace, just like the previous intake in 2022. They still have access to all the lectures.
Incredible. Hilery, anything that you want to add? Like, is there a particular part that you're super excited about? I know you said like the live case taking, but anything else?
All of it, really. I'm obviously I'm hoping that everyone really enjoys the lectures, and then we've got a Q&A, so we can go into anything that people want to go over or want to, have a little bit more information on. But yeah, I think especially the live cases. I think that's something that I was surprised that I enjoyed so much. But yeah, it's nice. And now that I am kind of semi-retired, it's actually I quite enjoy having the contact and getting really deeply involved again, because it is quite an in-depth involvement, and so it is quite a commitment, but I'm actually really looking forward to it. So yeah.
Amazing. Marcus, did you want to give us a quick little like sneak peek at the back end? Are we allowed to have a little look?
Yeah, sure.
A look
Let
see?
me.
Screen share.
Yeah,
I know
to
this is
share my.
mostly going
Do
to
you
be
want
audio.
to
Yeah,
shall
share
I share my?
screen.
I'll share my screen. Yeah, this quickly. So this just gives you an example of. Let me just open it up here.
And also just
This
because
gives.
like CHE's platform is always so easy to use. And I think it's important for people to know when they are, signing up for a course like this, that you're going to have quality content, really easy to navigate, beautiful to watch. It's just clean, easy to use, beautiful.
Yes. Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, it's just a simple. Trying to make it as simple as possible. So we have all the different sections here. We have a welcome. This gives you all about and the live sessions, when the live sessions are going to be. So it's all there for you, and how to access it on Zoom. So that's quite straightforward. And we also the Q&A tutorial replays, clinic replays will be there within your portal if you have missed it, or if you want to go back through it, because sometimes people want to go back over it again just to listen. But this is how you get into the module. So you click on here. This is liver. So you've got part 1, which is the TCM part, where Hilery discusses the overview introductionizing medicine. Then 2 goes to the functions of the liver from a TCM viewpoint. And this is what a lot of people said was it's always so great to go through the A&P again of these organs, which is really, really important. But again, you've got that added aspect of the TCM. And then the remedies. So Hilery will present the top sort of liver-specific remedies you should use every day in a practice. And actually that goes on for 2 sessions. And then the resources. So you can download the PowerPoint that Hilery uses in there. So you've got that for yourself. So as you can see, I mean, it's actually what we put. It's sort of 3 hours per module. It's actually when I looked at the Hilery, you went over about 3.5 hours. So there's
There's
much
a lot
in
of
there.
information there.
There's so
a
much
lot of
information in there.
information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there
it's
really is. When you look at it, it's a lot of
yeah, and
information.
it's just so good. When you look into it.
But also, she's one of the lecturers that is the most generous with her handouts and her PowerPoints. So she has a
Yeah.
lot of information in there. And, it's great to have them available because, like I've said to you plenty of times, Hilery, every single morning I open up my email, I open up my Radar Opus, then I open up my handouts from your endocrine lecture and your bell nose lectures. They get opened with my email every day and I always use them. So when you have access to these PowerPoints as part of this and you download them onto your computer, you can always just control F in there. And it's like, what did you say about the liver again? Or did I control F? Oh, that's the thing. And then you can quickly find it within that document. So I use
Yeah.
that all the time because your handouts are so great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and the combination remedies, I remember this one because for some homeopaths, especially very, very classically trained homeopaths, they don't particularly agree with combinations, do they, Hilery? But
No,
actually, these are some great ones here.
Absolutely. And
and
I will also confess that I have made some of your combos and I have sold them. So I have financially benefited from your combinations, Hilery.
She needs to take
Thank
it.
you
She needs
very
to.
much. And your
that's what it's
combos
all about.
they're kick-ass. They work so well. So thank you so much.
Some of those combos are from years of experience of what is most likely to work in this situation. Out of every time I've seen this problem, what is the remedy that always works for this? And what would be the remedy that if that one didn't work is the backup? So those personal combinations come out of years of clinical experience. And in that lecture, we talk a little bit about why combinations sometimes and when combinations, because I'm essentially a reasonably classical practitioner. I'm always looking for the totality remedy that covers the mentals, the physicals, the generals, and so on. But in a busy practice with serious health issues, sometimes you need another tool in your toolbox, and the combination remedies serve me so well, especially in acutes. So I really like that lecture too. And we talk about some more well-known combinations, a couple of the Narayani combinations, but mostly they're my own combinations from my experiences in clinic.
Yeah.
I have to say one of them that you've used with impetigo, that impetigo school sores can be so hard to get rid of. And so many kids end up on antibiotics or homeopaths just taking, weeks to try and clear it, and it just spreads and it just gets worse and worse. But you've got a couple of kick-ass remedies that you use. I think you kind of alternate them, but I've used that a lot and it works like every
And it
time.
works
It's incredible.
it works in most cases. There's always going to be the odd one, but they work, I'd say, in 90% of cases.
Yeah.
Those combinations just really get in there.
And that's where clinical experience comes from. Like, this is what I keep harping on about and why I love learning from people with lots of clinical experience, because what you learn in a book is just really different to what you see in practice. And when you see lots and lots of clients, like the acute clinic that you used to work in, that's where you really hone your craft. And we're just incredibly lucky that we get to benefit from that, and that you happen to be a kick-ass teacher. And thank you so much for bowing to the pressure and coming back.
But I just want to say, I just want to say, I think it doesn't matter how many years in practice you've been, and we have this on CG Pro. We had a clinical casework session where we discussed cases. It doesn't matter how long you've been practicing for. I still think, we all need teachers. We all need mentorship. We all need to, because we can get stuck. We can get stuck in our own way of thinking. And, homeopathy can be quite a lonely business when you, as a practitioner, by yourself. And I think, and I always say this, that I think teachers, there's three main things they have in common. Number one, they teach us. Number two, they challenge us. And number three, they role model the way. And for me, Hilery, you tick all those boxes, because it's not just about giving information. It's also challenging people's assumptions of things, especially when we talk about cases. It's like we need to be challengers. And through those challenges, that's where we learn and we go, oh, yeah, sometimes you need that, but also you need role models, people that are actually doing it and sort of have the shared values that we all have to be a practitioner. And to me, Hilery is. But Hilery, I'm sorry to embarrass you, but you are one of the most inspirational, greatest teachers
You really
in the world
are. This is
today.
like the We Love Hilery
and I have
Club.
to say that's why I shout you from the rooftops. And I'll be also incredibly humble, as well with it. Well, sometimes. No, you are. You're incredibly humble. You are. And I've known you a long, long, long time, and I think that, it's you've got still so much to give. And I know you're in semi-retirement. It's so amazing that you're doing this, because, the homeopathic community needs this. We need teachers like yourself in order to elevate us as homeopaths, just to help us raise our game and be able to treat more people. This is what we all want to do, don't we? We want to help our patients as much as we can.
It's what we all share. It's why we've all followed this path.
Yeah, and I think what you do in that master practitioner training, I remember especially last time, you do help challenge, change, and elevate who we are and what we do. And I think that we all, we need to do that. We need to take action in order to, because to me, you can only take people as far as you're at. You can't take them any further. So if you're being challenged and you're moving, then everybody raises the game for everyone.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to a new group to work with, meeting, getting to know the people
and seeing us oldies as well. I'm coming back too.
Seeing the
oldies are coming back.
Yeah, that'll be really nice as well. It will be very nice, actually. Yeah.
Basically, to sum up this episode, 1, Hilery is the GOAT, greatest of all time. 2, don't you know? Do you know that one?
Yeah, I do. It's just quite funny. Yeah.
2, early bird finishes midnight, British Standard Time on the 7th. Third, this is going to be life-changing for any qualified homeopath who is ready to level up. Whether you're newly qualified or you've been practicing for many decades, you will find amazing value in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did I miss
Absolutely. Just
anything?
one thing to say, we've moved from British summertime now. We're actually GMT
Oh,
now. Just
sorry,
to
I said GMT. Okay, not British summertime.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't
what
have
daylight.
daylight saving here, and I am so glad our time zones. Okay, so
It's so
GMT.
confusing.
It's
Yeah.
annoying. Alrighty, guys. I love and respect the two of you so much. I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful that you came to share this, and I am so excited for everyone who is going to sign up and learn from the goats.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.